Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media Faye. Today, I am alone. Today, we're back. Media Consumers is back officially. This is how it's gonna be, forever, pretty much from now on. Media Consumers took a bit of a break between between September and now. But now we are officially back to do more Media Consumers. So how it's gonna work is that Media Consumers will be at the start of every single month, and it will be covering it's gonna be around the first one of the first episodes of the month of the month. That's what's gonna be, and it will be covering the biggest news from the previous month. So this episode is focusing on stuff that premiered, the stuff that was revealed or came out in December, and there are some, and obviously the discussions. If you guys remember, we used to do Media Consumers used to be a kind of a prelude to sort of just kind of a final thing to talk about any productions or like any other thing, any topics that we're going to cover in the future. For example, I think the last one was supposed to release, or like released a few days before the release of three projects: Agatha All Along, The Penguin, and Transformers 1. I think it was like a week before, and that's what's gonna be. And we are not doing that anymore. But how it's gonna work this time is that I will put all those topics into one Media Consumers and just run with them. So they won't be focusing on any specific topic, but they will instead just they will instead just focus on everything, really. So, and it will allow for other stuff. So yeah. And also how it's going to work is that we will have, for at least a lot of them, a lot of the topics, we will have three, I guess for all the themes, we will have three independent topics. There are some themes that I have not decided to include. Technology is just too vague, sadly. Technology, not too vague, too broad. It's like the direct opposite of what I said, but it's just too broad, because like technology there's a lot of stuff in there. And sports, I've decided to discontinue. So the reason why I've decided to discontinue sports is because sports has never been a big part of the podcast. After this, we are not going to have another sports episode. That's pretty much the truth. I'm not interested in doing them. I don't think anyone else. We've lost interest in doing them. They never really did anything for us. They didn't fit. I felt like I tried to do it because I understood that sports was entertainment, but I've decided that they are just like, it's too much. It's too different of a fan base. Not a lot of sport. A lot of sports. Sports is very divisive. Sports is just too different from what we do here on Media Faith, that I feel like including it, not only is it just kind of bad for us, but it's just not what people would want to watch from us, because sports are just so different and not what we like to cover here. It's not the entertainment that I think fits with what we cover here in Media Faith. That's just the truth. So I am from this point, I guess I said it for a lot of time, but for this point forward, I can officially say that there won't be another sports episode forever, pretty much. So yeah, I have decided to discontinue sports. It's just the truth. They didn't do well. They always just kind of didn't do as well as I wanted them to, as I would like to have had, because sports is such a big fan base, but they never did. so I've just decided to continue them. So they're excluded, and technology. We're still gonna do some technology episodes. I guess some episodes focusing on technology primarily, but they won't. But what's gonna happen if? But we don't do a lot of them. we don't do a lot of them. So yeah. There's that. Anyways, but how this is gonna work? Another thing I want to mention is that this is sort of like this new media consumers format is sort of a mixture of the old media consumers and the new media consumer, and like the one we used from media consumers number 9 to 41, which is a lot of media consumers. A lot of our media consumers was where initially it was just kind of topics we picked out at random, and we had, and then media consumer, and then after that it would be IGN. We took from stuff from IGN and centered it around a specific topic. I said that before. That's again topics. Those specific topics that are coming out from like the entire month. We'll cover them in that media consumers, and it's mostly going back to how it was pre media consumers 9. That's how this is gonna work. So if you want kind of an idea of how that looks like, you can rewatch those. You can listen to those episodes, or you can continue on this journey for media consumers. But yeah, media consumers is gonna work a lot more like this from now on. It's just I decided to discontinue it because I realized that a lot of time media consumers were getting either delayed, or I mean this episode is delayed, but they were getting delayed, and they eventually didn't meet their. They eventually would get canceled because they would surpass the date of what we were centering it around, or it just became a gigantic task to watch like 60 videos in like a few sittings, like compiling stuff for like a week from IGN, and sometimes not even getting that much out of it. It was just. It was either too much or too little. Sometimes we had stuff in between, but I realized a lot of people didn't want to do that sort of thing. So I've decided to just revamp it, go back to basics, and especially for this new year that we're doing in the Media Consumers Are Back, Media Consumers is going to work like this now. I just want to do this like solo, just to kind of have it, but like hopefully we have other people within media consumers proper back, just kind of have more people in here and just kind of talk about whatever, because nobody has to watch anything anymore. But yeah, and also episodes will probably be shorter. Again, only 3 topics per theme. That's what I've allowed myself. I think that's very good. If the episodes are too short, then I will make some adjustments. Maybe add like 5 themes, 5 topics. But I don't know. Maybe. But yeah. Aside from that, there's not much to say other than welcome back to Media Consumers, and let's just get straight into it. So starting off with the gaming theme, our first topic is Marvel Rivals' shocking success. So Marvel Rivals released recently. It was a game that I had pretty much no faith in, I will say. I'm gonna make an episode based on talking about Marvel Rivals specifically later in the year, but just gonna talk about it here, not really reviewing the game. I thought, and I think a lot of people did think, that Marvel Rivals was a weird gamble from Marvel themselves. Overwatch was in its declining years. A lot of people were kind of fed up with Blizzard's bullshit on Overwatch because nobody wanted to deal because just it was just too much. Like, people didn't like or how Overwatch did things, and the hero shooter genre was in a very big decline. I think that's I think we're all really in agreement of that. And like Valorant, I mean, sure, Valorant was still like a thing, but Valorant, I don't really hear much about it. And like there's other hero shooters, like for example Rainbow Six Siege, and and Apex Legends. Like I have not heard a lot from coming from those games. Overwatch was really the big one, and people fucking hated Overwatch. Like that's just the truth. Overwatch 2 wasn't as well received as it was because like stuff that came out afterwards. Where for Watch 2 we were promised a campaign and like hero levels and like hero skills and stuff, and that was all canceled for pretty much nothing really. So sort of like seeing that happen wasn't exactly the best. It wasn't the best seeing that. So Marvel Rivals had some big shoes to fill. Really, where not only did it have to be a good game, but it also had to like be a good hero shooter, like a great hero, not even a good one, a great one, to sort of make it in there. When I first heard about the game, I thought that they were jumping in too late. Again, Overwatch was way past its heyday. 7 years passed. I would say 28. I would say when they made the big changes to how the game worked, that's about when the game started to fall for me. Like 2018, around there. That's when I stopped playing. So Overwatch sort of hit its peak in like 2016, 2017. That's where it really hit. So having it just kind of like having this game come out so many years after Overwatch was tremendous. As was a tremendous gamble. Hero shooters were in the shit. Like it was a big gamble, and Marvel Rivals succeeded in every single way because of the marketing and especially the word of mouth that happened when the game released. I remember watching I think we covered in the Gamescom episode. I'm pretty sure I talked about it, but I was glad that all the heroes were like free to play, and that every other hero that was gonna come out will be free to play and like unlock and all that stuff. You didn't have to unlock them; you just got them. That was pretty cool. And it was releasing in December, which was quite a ways away from from what we heard. You know, in like like it was quite a bit of months, but it was announced in April or something of last year. So it kind of came off fast, really. So not only was it being like very consumer friendly when it came to like the actual game itself, but it was also just it was also just like people liked it when the betas came out. Some people had some issues, but like and people had fun. And then it was released to the public on December, and people loved it. And hell, people from outside, like people who don't like Marvel or aren't big Marvel fans, really like Marvel Rivals. It is a big success, and even then, like I've seen right now that I've seen people going to read comics because of Marvel Rivals, which is more than that's more than the MCU has ever done. So not only that, but also like it pays a big homage to comics in general. It uses a lot of like it doesn't use a lot of like brand synergy with the MCU. It has MCU costumes, but that's not what the characters are based on, really. At least not a lot of them. So it being based on the comics, that attracts more people to the comics. Aside from the movies, aside from just making them go for the movies. And hell, like it's not aggressively monetized. Like you don't like with the battle pass, you just earn it gets a currency. You earn it by playing the game and doing challenges and stuff. And not only that, but like with the challenges, you get to play other characters, and all the characters are really really fun to play. I've not had like a bad experience of any of the characters. It's just that every character takes skill to learn. It takes time to learn characters. It's not like Overwatch, where Overwatch you have characters nobody wants to play. The characters like are just bad, like full on bad. It's not. But yeah. I was surprised at its success and how it attracted people from outside of Marvel, like Marvel fandom, to the game. it surpassed Overwatch in every single sense. It's very consumer friendly. It's very like player friendly. Every character is fun. Like I was surprised, I'm shocked, and I'm glad because Overwatch. I think Overwatch has fallen quite a bit since I started playing. I was a big Overwatch player back in 2017, 2016, 2017. Like I loved that fucking game, but it fell off. But Marvel Rivals is in a trajectory where it's really good, and even then, like right now, season one started, and we have two new characters, we have two new maps, and there's more to come later on the line. With like in February, like late February, they said like 6 to 7 weeks for next year, for Human Torch and the Thing to come out. Like that's late February. That's not that long away. That's not far away. That's pretty good, I think. But yeah, it's really cool to see that. I think. So I'm glad that the Marvel Rivals has this sort of success with its with the fan base and just like in general. A lot of people want to waste money on it. I fucking wasted money. I spent money on this game. I don't spend money on live service. The only time I've done it was for Fortnite when like Johnny Silverhand came out, like when the Cyberpunk bundle came out. That's like the only time I've really wasted money on a live service game before this. Well, that was after this actually. I bought Season 0 Battle Pass. I couldn't get the gold to get the Moon Knight skin, but I did buy the Battle Pass. I bought the Season 1 Battle Pass. I'm currently grinding through, but I bought it. So yeah, it makes you want to waste. It makes you want to spend money on it because the skins are so good. Like it's all there. None of this is something I wanted to cover in the episode, but yeah, no, it's a big part of Marvel Rivals' success, and it dethroning Overwatch in so many ways. It's kind of insane. But yeah, I'm glad Marvel Rivals has such a big success, and I'm glad, and I'm hoping that they never falter. Right, Marvel, like they have such a gigantic cast of characters they can pull from, just to add to the game. And there's been leaks of a lot of fucking characters, a lot of unexpected characters that I don't even know. There are characters in this fucking game that I never knew until this game came out. Like I didn't know about Luna Snow or Jeff the Landshark. Never heard of them. There's some people I know that I haven't heard of, like Cloak and Dagger or Squirrel or something like those. Like I've heard of them because I'm much more into comics than they are, or like I guess Marvel in general. But like Luna Snow, Jeff the Landshark, I've never seen them. And like the Iron Fist they have in this game, Lin Lee, never heard of them. I knew Iron Fist is. I know who Danny Rand is, but I've never heard of this other Iron Fist. Never. So yeah, there are characters here that I've just never seen before, and I know that there's other characters that are coming out that I know I have never seen before, and it's kind of I like that they're giving the spot to a lot of they're giving the spotlight to a lot of like obscure characters. Apparently they said that they were gonna do that. Yeah, they're giving the spotlight to all these obscure characters, and like hey, like maybe it like becomes, maybe it's cool. Maybe it's cool if that's what they do. Not only are they giving the spotlight to these characters, but they're also like saving out of the popular characters for later in the game's like lifespan. They keep players in there because oh my god, like fucking, for example, like holy shit, they put in like later on the line, like a year or two from now, where all these like obscure characters where all these obscure characters are like padding, and later on the line we see like, oh, they added Thanos, they added a Doctor Doom, they added they added Doc Ock, like they all these different characters that were never in the leaks and were a very popular characters they want to add later on the line. Like it could happen. Like that's probably what they're doing, just to keep these like obscure characters like not have them be like a big part of the not have them take away from the big ones, and also saving the big ones for later so people get would still be in the game, but also having big characters as part of the roster to keep people in here. But yeah, I think it's very smart what they're doing. I really like it, and I hope the Marvel Rivals succeeds. It keeps succeeding because fuck Overwatch 2, honestly, fuck Overwatch, fuck Blizzard. But yeah, let's move on to our second topic from gaming. That was a bit long, but yeah, whatever. Our second topic from gaming is the fact that Ubisoft is seeking a Tencent buyout. This has been a very developing story for quite a bit. Ubisoft has been the laughing stock of a lot of stuff from for a long time now. Ubisoft has had nothing but misses for the last few years. They've not had good games, and I know that they haven't had good games in quite a bit. A lot of people don't. I've never liked. I haven't liked the Ubisoft games. Like their new Star Wars game underperformed. Assassin's Creed Shadows keeps getting delayed. It basically got delayed to March 20th, which is fucking insane. And they're losing money, and they're seeking they're seeking a buyout with Tencent. Apparently, Tencent also wants this buyout because Ubisoft is a pretty big like developer for a lot of good IP that they can pull from. Like they have a lot of stuff that they just don't use. I think a 10-cent buyout of Ubisoft is a very good move on Tencent's part and probably Ubisoft's part, because Ubisoft can get fucking giant heaps of cash from Tencent. Tencent owns a bunch of shit. And Ubisoft keeps getting funding from there, and Tencent gets all those Ubisoft IPs, and they can now like do collabs with and all that shit. Like it could really work in the favor of both companies. And anyway, maybe I think Ubisoft probably get fucking lazier after this Tencent buyout, but hopefully maybe now they have sort of like the realization that what they've been doing for years and years on end of not releasing an actual good game. It's a strategy that they can't keep pulling, and they need to actually develop more things. And they're going to Tencent so they can actually have like a good chance of recovering, because they're not in a good spot right now. They are not in a good spot right now. But yeah, hopefully this means that Ubisoft gets fucking like a good, some good gets better at being a game developer, and yeah, no. Tencent will probably get a lot of money. And I mean, like the upfront, not the upfront, but like not the upfront payment, but like the money they're gonna get just from the buyout will be kind of huge, and I think probably will keep the company afloat for quite a bit. But yeah, another buyout that recently had, not a buyout, but like it's like a partnership that is happening is Sony and Kadokawa. So the story, I know a developing story, but this is that Kadokawa doesn't want to partner up with, doesn't want to didn't want to be bought by a company from Korea that was worse than Sony, so they decided to go with Sony instead to avoid that buyout. And Sony owns now owns a lot of the stock, is a big stockholder of or not, I guess asset holder of Kadokawa, and they're now teaming up, and now they partner up. Sony sort of owns a big part of Kadokawa now, which means they have a big say in what Kadokawa does. For those of you who don't know, Kadokawa owns video game studios such as Spike Chunsoft. And I think no, not Bandai Namco. They also own From Software, so that means that Sony has From Software, at least like part of it. So yeah, like they have quite a bit of they have a big studio. A lot of people are kind of worried about what Sony will do with Kadokawa and From Software in the future, because From Software has been pretty because Kadokawa has let From Software just kind of do whatever they want with their games, but nobody knows if Sony wants to do that, because Sony really wants I think Sony really wants From Soft for themselves, and Sony just doesn't have the best track record of games. So I don't know what will happen with Sony and From Software, but hopefully it's nothing that bad, because yeah, no, a lot of people don't like Sony. But if it's like the best of two evils, then that's fine, I guess. Then Kadokawa might as well. Man, on that, Sony owns a lot of the market. A lot more than just like those parts of the video game space, but they also own a bunch of manga productions and all that. So they have quite a big they have so a lot of fingers and a lot of pies. So they're definitely they're definitely they're definitely in there. They're definitely in a pretty successful spot here. More stuff to add to the fucking Sony's pipeline, I guess. But yeah, let's just move on to our next theme, the show's theme. And we're gonna start off with your friendly our discussion of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Jesus Christ, the first season. Yes, there is a second season coming out, hopefully at some point. Um, a lot of we're not gonna get to discuss the trailer because it's coming out fucking soon, but it's coming out after we do a lot of things. But if this show, it's gonna take me quite a bit to actually fucking say it. This show looks promising in some areas. A lot of people don't like the animation. Unfortunately, I have already been ruined by Ruby, so so bad animation is not really a problem for me because everything looks better than fucking Ruby. So yeah, I've sat through nine seasons of that show, so fuck it. I know what not good animation looks like, and this is leagues better than that. A lot of people are saying that it's stiff. Again, like I mentioned last episode, I've watched Godzilla, the Godzilla anime trilogy. Those aren't good either. That's not the best example of animation. But yeah, just kind of yeah, just kind of there. It was something. It was something. All right. But yeah, I think it's promising. I think what they're doing here with the show is at least like a fun idea of having like a what if scenario. I guess. Oh, what if scenario of what if Spider-Man had all? What if the MCU Spider-Man had all his fucking villains and not and actually like an actual Spider-Man storyline? But whatever. Like yeah, this is based on the MCU Spider-Man. But I mean I like this idea. Let's see how it's executed. This show is coming out January 29th of 2025. It will be probably won't be the first new topic we actually talk about, like the first new thing from 2025 we actually talk about, but it will be the first to release this and the first one I watch. So there's that. Anyways, moving on to another thing. Secret Level will be returning for season 2. I haven't watched Secret Level yet. I haven't finished it. I have not watched a single episode of Secret Level. We will watch it. We will review it, but I haven't. Like I have not watched it yet. So I don't have the biggest opinion on it. I can't talk about it, but I can talk about some other things. Some like some things. I hope that we have a lot more interesting, games that are showcased here, because a lot of the things that we got shown for season 1 I've not piqued my interest, especially fucking Concord and New World. What the fuck are they doing in there? They are not big popular games. I guess Amazon is like I guess New World is there because of Amazon, but whatever. I don't care. But yeah, haven't heard good things for it really. I but I'm gonna watch it and sort of give my full opinion on it. But yeah, hopefully for season 2 we get a lot more like popular things. I know that recently the guys behind it, Tim Miller, said that, or I guess one of the writers said that that Microsoft denied them from making a Doomslayer and Master Chief crossover episode, which is the fucking coolest thing they could have ever done. But whatever, like that could have saved Halo. But yeah, no, fuck it. Microsoft likes to ruin things just because. And also, Valve rejected a Half-Life episode, which might have been because they don't want to spark any rumors about Half-Life 3, because they're not gonna fucking make it. So yeah, there's that. But hopefully, Secret Level comes out for hopefully whenever season 2 of Secret Level comes out. But number one, we're there to cover it. Number two, they have more. They have more stuff to sort of focus on, and like a lot more interesting things to focus on and make episodes about. Yeah. And our last topic is that Squid Game is coming back for season 3 in 2025. I have not watched Squid Game yet. I've always meant to watch it, but I've never had it. Our review for Squid Game season 2 will be coming out at some point. I have to watch the first season and the second season, and then we'll do the episode. I'll talk about my thoughts on season 1 there because we actually have an episode on Squid Game, but I'm not in it because I didn't watch it at the time. But yeah, we have an episode on Squid Game. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. There's a bunch of like random ass people in it. But yeah, we have an episode on Squid Game. Aside from that, I don't know what to say. I think it's probably the reason why season 2 took so long, because they wanted to at least have season 1 and season 2, season 3 like filmed, and now they're releasing them back to back. Like one in 2024, one in 2025. So, and I don't know. I'm not sure if this can be the last season. It seems like it because the story is like closing in. So I don't know if it's gonna be a season 4 or 5, but I think three seasons to tell a story is good enough. A lot of people thought that we were only gonna get one season, but hey, 3 seasons to sort of end out the story, I think seems reasonable enough. So yeah, no, I think it's cool that we're getting a third season of Squid Game so like early, so like soon from when season 2 released. So yeah, cool thing for the Squid Game fandom, I guess. But yeah, let's just move on to our next theme, the food theme. So, Burger King melts are back, everybody. I've never tried one. We don't get a lot of things here, but Burger King melts are back for everyone who wants them. I've never had a melt in my life either, to be honest. They look fine, I guess. There you go. Apparently, it's a fan favorite menu item. I've never seen this before. There's a review here. Apparently, they were released in 2023, and now they're back. They look fine. What are these? The classic melt, the shroom and Swiss, God, and the bacon melt. Okay, that's not the worst flavors, I guess. It seems like there's like it has like a circular bun. I guess it's I guess it's trying to be like a, I don't know, melted cheese. Jesus fucking. I looked at the Philly melt. What is this thing? This thing looks repulsive, but it's Burger King. If we go to Burger King for like good food, you're not supposed to be there. Go to anywhere else. But yeah, if you're a big fan of Burger King and a big fan of the Burger King melts, then they're back and you can get them. Or if you've never tried them before, you can go ahead and get them. I don't know how long they're gonna be in there. Probably not for long. But hey, if they're there, they're there. But yeah, it's yikes. The Burger King melts are back for people to try. Another weird menu item is the fact that Taco Bell has chicken nuggets now. Um, yeah, so weirdest thing to come out of it. I'm pretty sure that Taco Bell has some tacos, like some items with fried chicken, but they've never done chicken nuggets. And to be honest, I don't know if you're going. I don't know anybody who's going to Taco Bell for chicken nuggets, and they are vastly better places to get chicken nuggets from. Wendy's, for example, is one of the best places to get chicken nuggets from. I think they have the best chicken nuggets in the fast food market. Period. So I don't know why you would even fucking go here. But yeah, Taco Bell's chicken nuggets now is the weirdest thing ever. I saw a Moist Critical's review on it, and they are apparently just okay. And you know what? That's about wide spectrum of chain doing a chicken nuggets that doesn't really do chicken nuggets or doesn't really do fried chicken. But yeah, cool, I guess. But apparently not. They're not the best thing ever. So I don't know why you would go to Taco Bell for chicken nuggets. If you're craving chicken nuggets, you probably go to Wendy's or McDonald's or some shit like that. God forbid Burger King. But yeah, just you're not getting you're not going to Taco Bell for chicken nuggets. Let me tell you that. But if you are, good for you, I guess. If they're the best chicken nuggets in the market, I won't fucking know. I don't think we have them here. But yeah, moving on. Our last announcement is that there is a McDonald's and Evangelion collab in Japan, available now. Japan always has like weird ass fucking crossovers between fast food places and anime, especially. Evangelion's a big one. Cool. I guess I don't even know what the fuck they're gonna like give you in this collab, but whatever, right? I guess I guess it works. I guess it worked, you know. I guess. But yeah, cool. If you're living in Japan, which I mean, I was there, but I'm not here for this thing. You can there's an Evangelion collab in McDonald's, and you can get it now. Yeah, I actually found this because of an anime page while looking for stuff from anime, actually. But that's not the next theme. The next theme is the movies theme. And our first topic is the fact that Christopher Nolan's next movie is The Odyssey. I think we mentioned this in the Oppenheimer episode. But yeah, The Odyssey is Christopher Nolan's next movie. It has a pretty stacked cast from what I can see. Christopher Nolan Odyssey. Here we go. Does that have a Wikipedia page? Nope. Shit, okay. Odyssey. Okay. That's not the poster. That's not the poster. They just announced it. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty stacked ass cast. It has Zendaya. It has Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, and Lupita Nyong'o. It has a lot of people. It has a lot of big people in here. It's kind of wild to see that there. But yeah, cool. I've been seeing on Twitter people not know what the Odyssey is, and that's really funny because that's such an insane thought to me that people don't know what the Odyssey is. The Odyssey is one of the most popular stories ever, and just people on Twitter just don't fucking know about it because their schools are bad schools that don't teach them anything, or maybe their English class wasn't very good, or just their fucking literature class in general. Like any one of those, history class, whatever, have never told them about the Odyssey. Really? The biggest one of the most important pieces of literature, and just never talked about. I find that kind of hard to believe, but whatever. Some schools are kind of stupid, and I do agree with, and I do know. I went to a stupid school. But yeah. So, yeah, there's that. I always enjoy. Hopefully, Christopher Nolan's take on the Odyssey is, a very a very big one. A very grandiose one, and we'll see how it stacks up. Really, I think it has the potential to be really great, especially with again Christopher Nolan's eye for this sort of stuff. But it is increasingly worrying that people don't know what the Odyssey is. Like, is very worrying. But yeah, let's just move on to Battle in the Box Office, where this segment will be when two movies release at the same time, and they are kind of pretty big movies, and they're battling it on the box office. And this time, it is Sonic versus Mufasa. Sonic is one of the best movies of 2024. Putting it out there. And it is, and on a budget of $122 million, it has made back 387, while its battle partner, Mufasa, is currently in the $45 million. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. It is a big. It became a big movie. Okay, it became. I did not know Kung Fu Panda 4 came out this year. I forgot about that. Okay. I forgot that movie came out. But yeah, like Mufasa became a big movie. We all thought it would bomb. Apparently, it didn't bomb, or at least maybe it didn't. It wasn't well received. The movie, it cost a lot more. Maybe, and I think they put a lot of emphasis on the. They put a lot of emphasis on the marketing. Maybe it lost money. I don't know if Sonic did. I know Sonic did like 2 trailers, and that's about it. According to Box Office Mojo, just to kind of put it in there, Mufasa's domestic gross is 193 million, and internationally it's 352 million. So that means a lot more people watch internationally than they did domestically. But Sonic 3 specifically, is sitting at a comfortable $207 million domestically and 180 internationally. I'm not sure if Sonic has released everywhere internationally. Apparently here it did release in the United Kingdom. It released in a lot of countries actually. Latin America. I don't know if this is not all of Latin America. Guatemala's not here. Nicaragua's not here. I don't know if. I guess they would. Asia doesn't have a lot. China, yeah, I guess it has taken a while for it to release everywhere. So we'll see how it does in the box office. Within the next month or so, we'll see if it does any better. This is mainly because I think Mufasa released internationally everywhere, but domestically Sonic has Mufasa beat. A lot more people domestically have watched Mufasa, has watched Sonic more than Mufasa, but internationally, Sonic is faltering a lot. Sonic is faltering a lot internationally, which I think is mainly because it didn't release at the same time internationally. If it did, I think a lot of people would have watched it more. And even then, a lot of people, not a lot of people, Mufasa was released in more IMAX theaters than Sonic 3. So there's like that part of it. But yeah, I think Sonic 3 made back its money. Maybe, I don't know if Mufasa did. Maybe Mufasa did. But then again, I think Thor: Love and Thunder was like around the same budget, like a bit more or something, and it made $700 million, and apparently that wasn't enough. That was like a scene of disappointment. So seeing as how that one's $200 million, and maybe it made back like maybe it's not as much, and also like the marketing taking the marketing and all that. Maybe it's not as much. I don't know how this movie got that much money, but yeah, no, it seems like. So it's really just kind of a tie in general, because. Sure, Mufasa made the most money, but that's because of the international market, it seems. While Sonic made less money, but it made more money domestically. So that means that it's domestically, more people want to watch Sonic. Like Sonic is the #1 movie in America right now. That's just the truth. So yeah, I don't know how this. It's a draw pretty much. We'll have to wait to see how it really does. Again, how everything develops. It probably stay like that for quite a bit. But yeah, Mufasa has made more money by now, and yeah, I guess that's normal. Next up, our last topic for movies is that Beetlejuice is hitting streaming. Hit streaming last month. I think Beetlejuice was a good movie. I liked it. If you want to see a review for it, and if you're not sure of a hitting of what if you want to watch it or not, you can go watch let's listen or watch whatever our review of Beetlejuice. That was a couple months ago. Shouldn't take you a while. We have a bunch of playlists on the YouTube channel where we sort of like where we you can look for it easier, a lot more convenient. But you know, cool that's hitting streaming. It took quite a bit actually to get here. That's fine. A lot of films took quite a bit. I was surprised that Joker came out recently. Joker 2 came out recently on streaming. But yeah, no, cool that happened. I guess. Next up is anime. The theme, and now we're talking about anime. Dandadan is returning with season 2 in July 2025. It recently ended in December with season 1. I've watched exactly 3 episodes of Dandadan. I have not watched the rest of the show. I will eventually watch the rest of the show. I have not gone around to it. There's a lot of things to watch. But yeah, I think it's a good show. At least for now. Hopefully, if it gets better, it gets better. We'll probably do a review on it, and you can expect season 2 to be released. Our episode season 2 to be released when season 2 ends. But yeah, July 2025. That's cool. Dandadan was a very big anime from last year, so hopefully we'll get to see it develop more, and gain a lot more popularity, and just develop more as a show and all that. Like I hope to see them not catch up the same way that like I guess Demon Slayer did. I mean, Demon Slayer kind of caught up pretty like, for what Demon Slayer was. Like, it kind of caught up pretty quick because like hey but before it got like we're getting like like I said, when we read Demon Slayer, we're getting the movies that would like end the arc, like the series. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, cool. Talking about movies. Not movies. Talking about stuff. Long running series. Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War Part 4: The Calamity has been announced. I didn't know they were going into parts. Apparently, this is like fucking the Attack on Titan thing, where it's like Attack on Titan, the final season part 4, part 2, or like some stupid thing like that. I don't know why anime keeps doing this. I think this is like the last arc of Bleach. So yeah, cool, I guess, but I don't know why why this anime keeps doing this for like its finale. Or like, oh, part 4, back 2, or some shit like that. Like what Attack on Titan did. Like, no, just do this. Just do, like, just put it like this. I don't understand why. I do not understand why. I really don't. Yeah, cool for all those Bleach fans. I haven't watched Bleach. I haven't watched a lot of anime really. So cool for you guys, I guess. Next up is a new anime from the mangaka of Beastars, Paru Itagaki. Sanda. I tapped on this. I apparently have not cleaned this. Sanda anime. Cool that we're getting an anime based on it. I don't know what this is really, but its animation studio is Science Saru, which made which actually animated Dandadan, and they have quite a they have a pretty they have a pretty good track record. So I wouldn't put it I wouldn't say like I think it's cool. they're doing this. Tomoyuki Tanaka. Oh well, Paru Tanaka. There we go. Yeah, cool. I don't know much about this. I know that Peace Torch is pretty popular. I don't know if there's like any like if it's better or something. But yeah, cool that we're getting that. I'm not sure if it's just, I guess I don't know if it's just big fans, but hey, like cool that it's happening. But yeah, moving on to next theme, it's literature. You haven't done a lot of literature stuff. I do want to read books, but I'm fucking lazy and have not gone around to reading one fully to actually review it. But yeah, first up is that Eddie Winston is Looking for Love by Marianne Cronin is voted People's Best Book of 2024. Cool. This what is this? This sounds like a romance. Like a romance novel. I don't read romance. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. Apparently, it's really good. Yeah, it's a romance novel. I don't read romance. I'm not a big romance guy. It's just not my thing. Romance. What is this? Romance, fiction, adult. Jeez. Anyone says 90 years old. He's never lived. He has lived in love, but he's never been kissed. Okay. Yeah, cool. Congrats to Marianne Cronin for winning Best Book of December 2024. It's cool. Always good for supporting authors, even if I don't know who the fuck they are. Next is that the next novel in A.K. Mulford's the Golden Court series, A Sky of Emerald Stars, has released. I don't know a lot of. I've never heard of this really. Golden Court 2. Yeah. Cool. That this got popular enough to warrant a sequel. That Golden Court got enough to warrant a sequel. Looks to be fantasy romantasy. Okay, cool. Looks interesting, I guess, but again, I'm not the biggest romance guy, so I don't know. But still, cool that they got to write a. She got to write a sequel to her book. And yeah, no, it's just cool just to see this sort of happen. Goddamn. Oh wait, that's not what it is. Okay. Yeah, cool. Apparently, it's very well received. So was the first book. So apparently, it's even better. Yeah, cool. Cool for cool that A.K. Mulford was able to write this book. I mean, books. Not to sort of downplay it, but I mean, books don't really depend on the success of others. You can just keep fucking writing them, especially if you're publishing through Amazon. But yeah, cool. For those who are fans of the Golden Court series. Next up is the most popular book of 2024 was The Woman by Kristen Hanna. Never heard of this book. I just fucking looked it up for this. But cool that this won the best book of 2024. Oh, here we go. It's a Wikipedia article. Historical fiction. I do like myself some historical fiction. I dabble in it myself. I think it's a very interesting thing to write about, and especially basing it off of like an interesting point in history, Vietnam War, the Nurse Corps here. Like it's a very interesting thing to write about, and it's something that we don't really see. I like it when authors write something set in history where we don't really see. It's not something that we really see happen, or I see told about in most sections. I think that's very cool, especially with books. You can have a lot more liberty with what you write. So, yeah, it's cool that we're it's cool that this won the most popular book of 2020. That became the most popular book of 2024, and all kudos to Kristen Hanna with her book the Woman. Yeah. Moving on to the last theme, which is music, and this one's a big one. Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour has concluded after 149 shows. I would say that's a lot, but here we are with 385 podcast episodes. So fuck it, right? And other news, the global carbon emissions have gone down an impressive 30% after the end of the Eras Tour. Yeah, now the world can rest with less of these of it, but yeah, cool that Taylor Swift concluded it. I don't know what fucking compelled her to even make this. It wasn't. What were we celebrating here? Hello. They even like made this a thing. The Eras Tour was like a very big thing, right? Hold on. 2020 to 2020 were like that was man, that makes sense. March 17th, 2023 box office. Oh yeah, it was cast. It was like live. Is that to all of her studio albums? Holy shit! I was saying all of Jesus. Okay. Was this like a celebration because what? The highest grossing tool of all time. Okay. Culture is also gonna come like impact. Jeez. I know Thursday was pretty big, but god damn, what does it even like? Was this for anything? But yeah, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. Never. I think I've probably listened to one of her songs, but not like intentionally. Just like probably on the radio or something. I've never listened to any of this. But yeah, cool that we got that. And cool that the world can rest a little easier knowing that carbon emissions have gone down quite a bit. Anyways, our next topic is that last year's Spotify Wrapped was kind of late, released really, really late for some reason. If you guys want to know my Spotify Wrapped, where is it? I can find it. What is it? What the fuck? Okay. I can find it. Give me a second. It's not that hard to find because I sent to my friend, and it was right here. Okay. Hopefully. Let's see. It's somewhere up here. There we go. If you guys want to know my Spotify Wrapped for my top artists were in this order: Battle Tapes, CRX, System of a Down, Jason the Cold Gun, and Royal Blood. All fantastic artists. I talk about Battle Tapes a lot this podcast. I really want to talk about CRX. It's probably the next like artist I really tackle. So there's only three releases they've ever done, but hey, cool. System of a Down. I don't know if I'm gonna cover System of a Down, but I'll be down for it. Jason the Cold Gun. I really want to cover Jason the Cold Gun, but sadly, there are two songs that are lost media from them. And I know it exists. I have their lyrics, but I have not listened to them, so I cannot give a full review of what they've done. But I would love to do it. And Royal Blood, I will be making episodes on Royal Blood soon, probably after CRX. That's probably like the Royal Blood is my next sort of musician or like I guess music group that I want to talk about, and that will be coming after I do my episodes on CRX. So yeah, cool. And my top songs were Archangel by I forgot his name, Kevin Sherwood, and fucking the vocalist name. I forgot her name. Shit. And she's like a very good singer too. Fuck. I forgot her name. I'll remember it later. I think. "Blow Me Away" by Breaking Benjamin. "Into Deep" by Into Deep and "Made" are my number 3 and 4 by Battle Tapes. and So Cold by Breaking Benjamin as well. And I've listened to a collective 8,281 minutes. So yeah, cool. But yeah, cool things the cool things I got on my Spotify Wrapped. If you have any cool thing to share from Spotify Wrapped, leave in the comments below. Or your top artist or something. I don't know. But yeah, leave that all in there. It was this year was kind of late, but always cool to sort of share it out there. If you want to listen to any of my opinions on battle tapes, then we have an entire playlist of me talking about battle tapes. The other battle tapes episode are all on Spotify, so you want to go listen to them. They're there. You'll find them eventually if you scroll down far enough. But yeah. And lastly, our last topic for today, the Virgin Music Group is going to acquire Downtown Music. Now, Virgin Music Group has a lot of shit. They are owned by a big company, that you might know as Universal. So them owning Downtown Music is kind of big. Downtown Music is a record. I think. There you go. Downtown Music Holdings. Is a big publishing firm. They've owned the publishing rights for One Direction, Madonna, Sam Smith. They've arrested John Lennon, the Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah, they're being acquired by Virgin Music Group. That's or am I seeing this incorrectly? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Yeah, so see, okay. Like, which is mid 2025, once the acquisition is complete, the company would be placed under Virgin Music Group. Okay. Yeah, Universal's a big thing. Virgin Music Group is has currently some artists I've never fucking heard of. Pendulum, Steven Wilson, Kip Moore, Ex Ambassadors, Lauv. I've heard of LL Cool J. I've heard of this guy. He did uh he did what was it called? My mama said knock you out. That is the guy, yeah. I've heard of this guy before. That's a great ass song. But yeah, it's another thing under her belt, and another big thing under Universal's belt. Fine, I guess, but it's in this world of like multiple business acquisitions. But cool, I guess. Anyways, that's about it. If you wanna give your opinions on any of the topics I have listed right here, you can talk about in the comments below. Or if there's any other news in December that you might have want us to talk about, then also that will be in the description. That description, and that will be you can talk about in the comments. Cool discussion here, but yeah. Aside from that, all of our socials are in the description. That's what actually is in the description. And yeah, no, that's about it. See ya.